ask you all to please put your hands together for the father of your bride, Mr. Toby.
Thank you very much. Wow, what a day. Sorry, Michael, I can switch this on. How long have we been doing this? What an amazing day.
Yes.
A celebration to really treasure the weather.
All right.
What a transformation that was. And a wonderful, wonderful meal. Thank you very much to the hotel for... I have actually spoken in this very room before. This is true. A few years ago I spoke to the Yorkshire branch of the Institute of Quarrying. It's absolutely true. I was stood over there. I had to make sure therefore that I brought the right speech, and I'm glad to say that I have. So you won't be hearing all about blasting and good quarry today. In fact, some of you may possibly have heard me tell a well-known story in a fairly unusual style before. Beth, could you possibly guess what it might be? It's the story of Rindy Cellar. Now, some of you are panicking now. Some of you haven't got a clue what it's about. But actually, Rindy Cellar is the story of Cinderella, but told in Spoonerisms. The Reverend Spooner invented this way of switching letters within a sentence. So, for example, earlier it might have been appropriate to talk about the pouring rain, whereas in fact Spooner would have called it the roaring pain, which it would have been if it had continued, but praise God it didn't. Anyway, I thought I might have a go at doing my speech in Spoonerisms. With me being won't be tight. Thank you, Pippa. The bather of the fried. Actually, when it's written down, it looks like the bather of the fried. But that sounds a bit weird, doesn't it? So, bather of the fried. But unfortunately, as I thought through the potential Spoonerisms, they weren't particularly funny. The best men become the messed ben, which isn't bad, I suppose. The bridesmaids become the maids' braids, and the husband and wife, well, you see what I mean? It just doesn't really seem to work very well. It's not exactly rib-busting stuff. So then I thought, could I borrow some of the elements of the story of Rindy Cellar to describe the service? Well, there was the moment when we all breathed a sigh of relief when they put the rings on because they figged it. But although Linda Harding's message was truly inspirational, I wasn't sure she'd appreciate being referred to as the Gary Fodmother. So we won't go there. I won't do that one. And Luke, you're a great guy, but you're not really a Pransom Hints, are you? Well, maybe you are. Maybe you are. So if that's not going to work, perhaps I just need to leave the jokes to the best men and the cute stories and photos to my wife this evening, who will be giving a talk later. No, as usual, I bring the serious tone to the proceedings, which, as ever, I will keep short. All I really want to do is, on behalf of my wife and I, to say massive thank yous. First of all, thank you to Beth. A wonderful daughter who has brought so much joy and pride to her parents, her grandparents, her brother, and family and friends beyond. You are a very, very special woman, and we're so grateful to have the honour of being your parents and of being responsible for your care and well-being. A responsibility which we now joyfully pass on. I didn't say with relief, I just said joyfully pass on to Luke as you love and care for each other. Thanks to Beth and Dan as brother and sister, an amazing team with so much laughter, usually revolving around episodes of Friends, Dinner Ladies, TV adverts, or virtually anything else on television. But also a relationship of amazing love and care and your relationship has blessed many people.
Yeah.
And Dan, a special thank you to you for your playing in the service. Thanks again to Beth and Dan and your many, many wonderful friends who we have had the privilege of knowing or meeting today. I see so much life and love in all of you. And I know that none of you are perfect, but your passion and wisdom fills me with hope and excitement for the future through the grace of God. So thank you to the many friends of Beth and Dan. Thanks to Steve and Glenda for doing a great job with Luke.
Yeah.
It's easy to see where he gets his sense of adventure and passion for life from, as well as his love of Jesus. It's been great sharing some of their journey with you, Steve and Glenda, and watching them grow together. And thank you also for your generous contribution to today's proceedings. Indeed, thank you to all who have contributed to today. To Dave, our friendly rent-a-vicar, who flew in from Scotland via Menorca with his family, arriving yesterday, and who wasn't able to stay for the rest of the proceedings, and hopefully is now safe at home in Edinburgh. Thank you to Dave. Thank you to Linda for your words in the talk in the service earlier on. Thank you to the readers who all contributed, to the prayers, to the band and the worship leader. Thank you, Tim. The people who did the sound and the vision, and the photographers, and again to the hotel here. We really thank you for your contribution to today. Thank you all so much for being here and helping make this such a special day. And Luke. He's the last person I want to thank. sorry. He's the final person I want to thank. Thank you for showing Pippa and me over the last 6 or more years that we've known you, that you are more than capable of sacrificially loving and caring for our daughter as your best friend and now your wife. So all I want to do now really is to propose the toast to the bride and groom. Oh, sorry, back again. To the bride and groom. So won't you please stand with me and take hold of your glasses. As we celebrate together the bride and groom. In all the rush, my wife has reminded me that I've forgotten something, which isn't anything unusual these days. Luke, having just passed my daughter into your loving care, I'm going to ask if I can borrow her for a day next August, if that's possible. Is that okay? August the 4th, because I've got 2 tickets for the Olympics, for the athletics, on Saturday evening. Hopefully watching Jessica Ennis win the gold medal and Mo Farah in the 10,000 metres and a number of other things. Would you allow me to take your wife to the Olympics next August?
Indeed, Toby.
Thank you very much. I now believe I hand over to the groom. Will you please